Hey guys, welcome back to the very tired Ringer 57 YouTube channel. I've been away for a while because, well, summer hit and we're swamped. So you can't see them because they're not here. I did two zx14 1000 turbos, 240 and 262 horsepower low boost, and 303 and, what was it, 355 high boost. Excuse the rain. See what all we got going on here. We got ZX10 getting the motor put in, Gixxer with a rod knock, 929 getting some blocks, 750 needs to run. New G-Ball getting tuned here shortly. We got a few bugs to work out. Of course, the four-wheeler. We got a 97 600 Suzuki GSXR with a output shaft bearing failure. We got Turbo Busa, Turbo Busa, Turbo Busa, Turbo Busa, a trike, a CBR waiting for an insurance check, an R1 with a rod knock, and what we're here for. Y'all may remember the ZX14 Rescue Turbo. It's back. I told you guys at the end of that series that he was going to be coming back for a fuel tech and a few upgrades, and well, we started. I meant to film this, I didn't. I'll film from here out. I am sorry, I'll get you updates. But for now, we got to play catch up. And she looks really sad. So this rode in here onto the lift this morning. I went ahead and stripped it down, started tearing everything apart. So let's go over what we're doing for upgrades. First of all, of course, fuel tech is just on a piece of cardboard now to get me my rough layout where it's going to be and make sure it clears. I got to make a backing plate. That is one of the next things I have to do before I can start main runs in the harness. Fuel system. It was some cheesy shit. Some freaking Harbor Freight fittings and shit. Hose clamped together, and he was running the 85 and it just wasn't good for it. So we will be going to all Finish Line factory PTFE fittings. Let's see, we've already started into that. This is in here for mock-up to see if the factory line, well, the line they had made will still work, to save me having to plot a line completely. So, let's get this line off of here. Get off. Let go. Let go, my ego. It's late. By the way, it's midnight. Up in here, you'll see I already put a fitting on. It will tee off of that, run to the other side for the return. Come to here, come down, go back. This is flex fuel sensor. Yes, we are doing flex fuel on this. We're going to leave the air shifter flex fuel. I've already mounted the ZX14 oil pressure sensor relocator kit. It mounts nicely here. I've already built the coil harness. This is the factory electrical tape junk. This is the molded final harness. Plugs right in, sits in place, has a Deutsch to break away. And it will go into the FT spark harness, which will mount back here. So we'll have the FT spark back here. We'll have an air compressor back here. We're going to get an MPS compressor on the way. I need to get a compressor pressure sensor because I'm going to talk to him about that probably before this post. So hopefully he's good with it. He seems to be asking about every upgrade we can do. So that's one I'd really like to do, is do compressed air control, because we went to a 550. There's enough room in this lovely battery box that back in this corner, I'm going to go ahead and add a power distribution point, especially because the whole time we have had, you see that, a boost leak, a very large one. So, we're going to go ahead and do a fuse box back in here with all the relays and everything in it that I need, and do power distribution under there, so it just keeps the tail tidy. There will be less in this tail than there ever has been before. Next upgrade we've done, Scott Davis makes amazing turbo components. If you remember right, this was a non-intercooled bike. It had a charge pipe, simple charge pipe with a PTI power commander, which, by the way, the power commander PTI and this charge pipe are for sale. The factory harness has some cuts in it, but it's reasonably decent and ran good. That's for sale. The ECU I can flash back to stock. It's for sale. Otherwise, you get a rough start if I left the tune in everything for a turbo setup, as long as you went with IDE 1000s, I believe, IDX 1050 injectors. Yes, IDX 1050s. Anyway, this pipe went right there, came straight to here. Now we come out, go through a core, and come back in. That core is cooled using fluid, in this case 50/50 antifreeze water, running through a heat exchanger in front of the radiator. It runs across here and runs through a circ pump and in. Let's see. I need to build a small bracket that's going to go from here to here that will hold that in place nice and neat. I've got a freaking mess up here. You're going to see a lot of how my wiring goes through this whole thing. This has got to go direct to battery, so it's going to run back around along here, follow through, go to the battery. It's all got to get laced and tucked nice. I'm going to try and tuck it all on the upper side of the frame, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. I want this to be the cleanest install I've ever done. It is already starting to be the cleanest harness I've ever done. Still need to figure out a wideband position. I need it to go upward, but not too upward. I'm thinking it's going to wind up right here. I got to see what their minimum clearance from the turbo is, but I think it can be right against it, in which case I will spin this, clamp back, and I will weld the bung right here and run it straight up through here and have it come around and up and plug in. I believe right now, yeah, I've got the connector here. So I believe I will have to either depin it or spin it around here and tuck to get it in there. The simple boost control, that's going away, this dial-a-bomb. We will continue to use this MAC valve though. I will replace this vent with a plug, run this over to a second MAC valve, and that will be my increased solenoid. The other one will be my decreased solenoid. Simple. What else are we doing to this thing? Lock-up clutch. He's got a clutch cover on the way. I think that's about it until he adds to the list. I had a lockup originally on the dyno. We went to a Brock's true hand clutch. We're fading back away from that because the power goals have increased. We made 400 on this, 450 once on accident. Didn't want to leave it at 450 because the skulls, the top of the combustion chamber, tend to crack on these. At 500 and at 450 with no intercooler was stupid rowdy. Now I'm going to take it to 500 once on the dyno and back it down, and I'll tell them where that setting is, and we just won't cross that border again. Right now I'm just working on the FT spark harness. May set y'all up tomorrow and get a time lapse. For now, I need to get this video out. It is an unedited quick throw together at midnight because I need to go, if I'm going to get to Taco Bell by 1 a.m. and get some food because I haven't eaten hardly shit today, but a couple slices of pizza. Thanks for watching, guys. As you can see, we got a full house. We got a full house of a camper outside. My bike is back. It's on a max ECU, and we do have our turbo for it. However, that's on hold because we just got slammed. Thanks, guys. Have a beautiful day.